When you hear the name Ravana, what comes to mind? A villain, a kidnapper, the 10-headed king of Lanka. But what if I told you that the same Ravana who waged war against Rama was also one of the greatest devotees of Lord Shiva? Yes, the demon king who defied the gods was also a fierce, passionate, and poetic bhakt of the Mahadev himself. This is the lesser-known story of Ravana, the Shiva bhakt. And trust me, it's nothing short of divine drama. Ravana's devotion to Shiva. According to the Shiva Purana and several regional versions of the Ramayana, Ravana was not just a king. He was a scholar, a warrior, and a devotee. He mastered the Vedas, composed hymns, and practiced intense tapasya. But his deepest devotion was to Lord Shiva, the Adiyogi, the Lord of Destruction, and the one who dances the universe into creation and collapse. Ravana is even credited with composing the Shiva Tandava Stotram, one of the most powerful and poetic hymns ever written in praise of Lord Shiva. The rhythm, the energy, the devotion in that stotra can still shake your soul. The story of Kailash and the mountain. Lift. One of the most iconic stories of Ravana's bhakti is when he tried to lift Mount Kailash, Shiva's abode, to carry it back to Lanka. Why? Because he wanted Shiva to reside in his kingdom. But Shiva, amused by his arrogance, pressed the mountain down with just one toe, trapping Ravana beneath it. Ravana didn't panic, he didn't beg, he didn't threaten. Instead, he played the veena made from his own nerves and chanted praises of Shiva with such intensity that Shiva was moved. After 1,000 years of singing in pain, Lord Shiva finally freed him and named him Ravana, which means the one who roars out in devotion. Devotion or ego. The dual nature of Bhakti Ravana's story isn't black and white. His bhakti was real, powerful, and moving. But it was also tinged with ego. He worshipped Shiva not just out of surrender, but also to gain boons, invincibility, and power. He saw himself as equal to the gods, and that pride ultimately led to his downfall. That's what makes Ravana such a compelling figure. He wasn't purely evil. He was complex, deep, flawed, and very, very human. Lessons from Ravana's Shiv Bhakti. So what can we take away from this? First, devotion doesn't belong only to the righteous. Even a Rakshasa can love God with all his heart. Second, pure devotion moves the divine, but devotion mixed with ego? It blinds. And finally, Ravana shows us that being wise, talented, and powerful means nothing without humility. So the next time someone says Ravana was just a villain, remember this. The man who fought Rama also worshipped Shiva with such intensity his name is still echoed in temples today. If this gave you a new perspective on Ravana, like, share, and subscribe for more stories where mythology meets meaning. And here's a question for you. Can someone be both a villain and a true devotee? Let me know what you think in the comments below.